Hi, United fans. This is Manchester United Evening News on Stratford report. Gary Neville thinks Ruben Amorim is not off the hook, despite Manchester United's important 2-0 win over Sunderland. In the latest edition of the Gary Neville podcast, the Sky Sports pundit gave his verdict on Manchester United's win over Sunderland. Neville hit back at claims from Ruben Amorim that criticism of the players is affecting their belief in his system. The victory lifts United up to 9th in the Premier League table ahead of Sunday's fixtures, heading into the international break. However, Amorim said ahead of the game that he is convinced criticism from within the media is affecting his players and their confidence in his much-maligned 3-4-3 system. He said, "My players, I guarantee you, they are listening to all the opinions, and they are putting that inside because we are not winning games. They have to believe in me. So my biggest problem is that my players believe in you guys when you say the problem of our team is the system." Meanwhile, Mason Mount felt the character shown by Manchester United was a key factor in helping the Reds to victory over Sunderland at Old Trafford. Mount's 8th-minute finish provided the perfect start for United, curling a low shot home in front of the Stratford end after brilliantly bringing down Brian Mbeumo's right-wing cross. Mason Mount, selected ahead of Matthias Cunha, scored a fine opening goal before Benjamin Sesko netted at Old Trafford for the first time in front of his home supporters. Sunderland struggled to cope and even switched to 3-4-3 in a bid to alter the flow. Shifting to focus to Benjamin Sesko makes exciting prediction after Manchester United goal. "I will show that." Manchester United striker Benjamin Sesko promised he will continue to improve after scoring against Sunderland. Sesko eases pressure on Amorim as Manchester United avoid Sunderland slip Ruben. Amorim will be pleased the only storm Manchester United had to navigate was provided by the skies. The head coach witnessed a rare, comfortable victory against Sunderland to alleviate the pressure on him for a fortnight at least. Elsewhere, there were flashes from Regis Lebris's side that hinted at their confident start to the campaign. Bertrand Traoré almost opening the scoring, and Granit Xhaka firing off a shot. They also thought they had a penalty against Sesko, but VAR rightly overruled it. Now, let's look at Mason Mount. And Benjamin Sesko scored their first home Premier League goals for the club. Although, having joined 2 years apart, that indicates some of the problems Amorim has been dealing with. Apart from a brief scare on a penalty that never was, life was straightforward for United as they secured a 3rd win and first clean sheet of the season amid downpours and gales. But like the Old Trafford roof, the hosts did their job. In other news, Senne kept a clean sheet on his Manchester United debut to help ease some of the pressure on his boss, Ruben Amorim. Mason Mount and Benjamin Sesko scored the goals in United's 2-0 win over Sunderland, but the crowd enjoyed the goalkeeper's display. Lamon's best save came late in the game when he kept out a Kemsdine-Talby effort with his legs, but the Belgian goalkeeper was hardly overworked. There were bigger cheers when he claimed a cross in stoppage time, his second good claim of the game. However, Man United goalkeeper Altay Bayindir shows true colors after being axed for Senne Altay. Bayindir was dropped for Manchester United's 2-0 win against Sunderland, as Ruben Amorim handed new signing Senne his debut in the Premier League clash. Turning on to Man United, handed penalty verdict versus Sunderland, as Premier League explained VAR decision. The Premier League have issued a statement on why a penalty was overturned during Manchester United's game against Sunderland at Old Trafford. The Premier League Match Centre have explained why Sunderland's penalty against Manchester United was overturned following a VAR review. In stoppage time of the first half, with United leading 2-0, Benjamin Sesko was penalized for a foul on Trihume. Stay tuned because this could change everything this season. The mood at Carrington today was nothing short of electric, tense, fiery, and charged with that unmistakable Premier League intensity. Manchester United trained with one eye firmly on Saturday's colossal clash at Old Trafford against Sunderland. And make no mistake, this is not just another routine fixture on the calendar. This game is a high-stakes showdown that could define the very future of Ruben Amorim as the Red Devils manager. Yes, you heard that right. After last weekend's gut-wrenching 3-1 defeat away at Brentford, the pressure on Amorim has skyrocketed. The board, the fans, the pundits, all eyes are on Old Trafford this Saturday. United cannot afford another slip-up. Not in front of the Stratford end, not under the glaring Premier League spotlight, and certainly not when the manager's fate hangs by a thread. Inside Carrington today, sources report an intense, no-nonsense session. The players were pushed hard, sweating through drills designed to iron out the mistakes that have plagued United all season. Amorim has been obsessed with perfecting his 343 tactical setup, a system he believes can unlock this squad's potential, but only if executed with surgical precision. The session focused on fast transitions, crisp passing, and positional discipline. Every player was drilled to perfection on their role in the new formation, with special emphasis on pressing triggers and rapid counterattacks. Set pieces were another highlight. Corners, free kicks, and defensive organization were practiced relentlessly. The so-called corner blocking system received particular attention, as everyone knows Sunderland will aim to test United's aerial frailties with aggressive physical play in the box. Make no mistake, this is a tactical chess game, and Amorim is determined to have all his pieces firing on all cylinders. But here's what makes today particularly fascinating: the spirit around the squad. Sources close to the training ground suggest a united front behind Amorim. Key players like Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, and Kabi Mainu were in full leadership mode, driving intensity, shouting instructions, and making sure that no energy slipped away. Confidence is palpable. The squad know they have a chance to claim a massive 3 points, not just for themselves, but to safeguard their manager's position. There's a sense of urgency in the air. It's almost do or die. A win could inject a tidal wave of belief through Old Trafford, while a loss could send shockwaves through the club, fans, and media alike. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Sunderland may not scream top-tier opponent, but Premier League veterans know that complacency in matches like this can be fatal. United's inconsistency this season has been brutal, jaw-dropping brilliance one week, alarming collapse the next. Can Amorim finally get his system to click? In other news, Rooney condemns Manchester United's lost soul. Former star slams current manager's tactics, lack of fighting spirit amid poor form. Rooney said he has no faith in manager Ruben Amorim. He believes Manchester United's soul has gone missing and thinks Amorim won't be able to turn things around. Manchester United lost 1-3 in their away match against Brentford on the 27th, failing to create a turning point. Captain Bruno Fernandes missed another penalty, and the team was outplayed in performance, making it a disastrous game. With 6 league matches played, Manchester United has recorded 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses, placing them 14th. The problem is that there is no sign of improvement. Considering that since Amorim's arrival, the team has earned only 31 points in 31 Premier League matches, even 2 wins in 6 games seems fortunate. However, Amorim shows no intention of changing his philosophy. He continues to insist on a 3-4-2-1 formation, even deploying Bruno in a back 3 role. After the Brentford match, Amorim bluntly stated, "If we win, it's not because of my system, but if we lose, it's my system's fault," expressing frustration. Rooney, who lifted numerous trophies at Manchester United, could not hide his sighs over his former club's decline. Rooney, the club's all-time top scorer, 253 goals, said Manchester United is broken and that he now expects a loss every time. He emphasized that some current players do not deserve to wear the Manchester United jersey and that the team needs a new engine. He also criticized the club's management. Rooney stated, "I don't see any hope right now. Big changes are needed. Whether it's the manager, players, or anything, if it can revive Manchester United, it must be done." However, despite Rooney's warnings, the Manchester United board has no plans to replace Amorim in the near future. Some speculate that the club has considered Gareth Southgate